Hello and welcome. I'm Parul Sharma and you're watching Zoom TV. Please join me in welcoming the cast and directors of the upcoming crime drama series Rudra, The Edge of Darkness. Hello everyone, welcome.
Thank you.
Firstly, big
Hi.
congratulations on both the trailers. They're extremely thrilling and gripping and I can tell I'm in for a wild ride. Diving right in, we'll start with Esha. You're, of course, returning to the screen after a little bit of a hiatus. What is something that you'd kind of forgotten about how much you loved being on camera? And then, was there any kind of challenge at all that you faced after coming back?
I think once an actor, always an actor. So there's no room to forget about anything. And the love is something that stays on forever, which you see in many, many actors who still are working in the industry. Challenges, I think there was, if you're talking about this particular project, we were all very well prepared, well researched, and well groomed before we went on set to perform our contribution to Rudra. And I don't think anything was challenging. Thanks to Rajesh over here, who from the beginning glided me into being Shaila. And of course, working with Ajay Devgn. Yeah, AJ has been a great co-star to me in many films. And coming back with him was only a very comforting factor for me because we worked together, and then that comfort level, that chemistry is something that we just picked up from where we left off.
Yeah. You also talked about how recently substance-oriented roles are finally being written for girls your age, and that's one of the reasons why you signed on to Rudra, and also one of the reasons why you're returning at this time to the screen. I really like that you aren't afraid to sort of call out this generation-old pattern that sort of exists. Can you talk to me a little bit more about this and what you feel about it?
See, I didn't mean it in that way at all. It's just that cinema is changing, and the way people are making cinema, and the audience's temperament, the audience's patience level, the audience's viewing likes and dislikes are changing with time. There will always be your quintessential actor, actress.
Teeny
and the
boppers is what
villain.
you call them.
With me, when I started out at the age of 18. That was when I shot for my first two films simultaneously. So that was obviously teeny bopper, and it continued that way for a long time. And now, with the OTT platforms booming and a lot of other factors that surround this current scenario of our films and cinema, and the entire medium is changing.
Yeah.
And accordingly, because there's so much content being made, there is a huge variety of projects and roles that are also being created. There's a lot of scope for creative minds to actually bring lots to the table, which is a great thing for actors. Because I said again, I will say it again, when you reach a particular stage in life, when you know you're a married woman, you have kids, the kind of roles that probably wouldn't have been there if this all didn't exist would have been very different. But thanks to the existence of all these factors, we are getting some amazing work being done. And I think that is the reason why I felt like coming back. It's not because I wanted to come back. It is because what is being offered to me now is making me feel that, no, I want to go out there, step out there and work again.
Right, the excitement is sort of coming back.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Atul sir and Ashwini ma'am, you've been part of a lot of shows and you both have portrayed cops many a times before. As actors, how do you both keep each portrayal fresh and exciting for a viewer?
I think a profession is never a character. What that person is the character. So profession is just there for which is essential for the story, but that doesn't make the story.
Sure.
It is what kind of person that character is. And that is why I think profession has never really mattered
Yeah.
to me.
So, as an actor, then how do you feel that you've kept each of your portrayals fresh for the viewers?
The scripts, I think it starts with the scripts that you choose.
Sure.
Because if you choose different kinds of scripts and different kinds of roles, then naturally half of your job is done.
Ashwini ma'am, what about you?
Yeah, like Atulji said correctly, that it's not about what uniform you're wearing, or you don't have to don a uniform. You could be in CVs or something like what I'm wearing, and you could be playing a cop or a doctor or any other profession or a lawyer. It's about the character, and especially when the script comes to you, I feel a lot of times it just so happens that uh, some actors, maybe I'm not generalizing the statement. Please forgive me if I'm sounding wrong, but I'm not. Some actors only read "Mera naam kahan hai," character ka naam, and it's always important that to read in between the lines,
Sure.
and whatever the description is given, because that is also telling a lot about your character. Plus, there is a captain of the ship, director. He's there. Your writers are there. Your entire backstory that is being told to you, or the way your character has been taken forward, scene by scene, everything comes in as that for the character that you're going to play, and then comes the dress,
Yeah.
then comes the costume. If right now I start talking about something medical, like you would know immediately that I'm a doctor.
Sure.
I don't have to wear my lab coat for that. So like I agree with him. It's not about the profession, it's about the character that is given to you. A cop can be negative, positive, gray, white, blue, whatever the colors, that shades of we talk about. So I think it's about the character that is given to you, the story that has been aligned. It is going parallel with this particular character who happens to be a cop.
Right.
So that's how I'm not saying it is easy to differentiate, because at the end of the day, I am me. I'm Ashwini Kalsekar. So it is, I surrender to the director 100%, or maybe more than that, to guide me that it should not look and sound like what I've
The
done
same.
before.
Yeah.
So I think director and the writing and the story makes a lot of difference.
Sure. And also, both of you being such seasoned actors, some tips and tricks. Being a part of an ensemble cast, how do you both sort of ensure that every character that you play leaves an impact on your viewer's mind? Like, if you could give some tips and tricks to the young ones that are starting out.
Atulji would do that job.
Well, I was trained to be so. First film that I did was Heram. Then I did Rang De Basanti. Then I did Khaki. So I was trained to be a part of an ensemble cast. But again, I'll tell you, it is about the script. If the script is written well, then it will. Of course, there will be a purpose for any character to be in the script. So then you will not have any pressure of, you're part of such a big cast and all that. It is always the script and the character. It is never because you do something extra. And
Yeah,
if you are
that's what I
doing
wanted to
that, if you are doing that, then you're not a bad actor, you're not an actor, basically.
Yeah, and only see, it's I think director साहब यहाँ पे बैठे हैं. He's ये दोनों उम्दा actor बैठे हैं. I think it's about the scene.
Right.
The scene has to come out, because it's a story that you're telling by using so many characters. So all the characters, the way they are roped in
Right.
in that particular scene, the scene has to work. If I try my best to be mujhe hi dekho, I need to be seen, I have to be seen, then the scene nobody will watch the scene. They will watch me.
Yeah.
And then the story and the whole project doesn't work. So it is about the scene. And for that, you need to be in loop and in temperament and everything, the tone, everything has to match. We have to be in sync with each other.
I have worked with all the great actors, I think. And I find this quality in every actor.
Right.
The script and the character first.
That is the tip and trick then, to not try to stand out and sort of gel with everybody else, I would say.
Yeah, if you are an actor.
Yeah. Rajesh, sir, of course, Rudra is an adaptation of the immensely watched and beloved show that is Luther. What would you say are some of the pressure points of adapting something that has been so widely watched for an Indian audience?
Very important. Your question is, what is the important element I have to consider while doing an adaptation from original English show to Hindi show? It has to be show characters, stories of this soil.
Right.
That can happen in Mumbai, in India. So also that was when show was offered to me. That was the first question which I asked Applause and BBC team. Are we going to Indianize it? Are we
Right.
going to make it local? Now that's a global show.
Yeah.
Are we going to localize the show? Are these characters which anybody from India will watch, will he connect with it? He should not look alien. Will this crime that's happening in the show, that at the same time should not look alien to my audience? So these are the first basic things you have to get in place. When that is in place, that, okay, okay, who's Rudravir Singh Chauhan? Where he comes from? What's his background? Where did he study? Why he's like this? Why he is what he is? So all the reasons for what Rudra is are coming from Indian family, Indian backdrop, Indian backgrounds, rooted into Indian soil. Then that character becomes Indian character. So what he does is very in synergy with what will happen in India. So that was the first challenge which writer faced. And I didn't write the show. I was giving feedback to them while they were writing. So, but yes, their effort was constantly to Indianize it, so that anybody from India, whatever strata of audience which is watching it feels, oh, I know this. I can connect with
They can
this.
relate to it.
So he has to be excited, curious, and he should feel connected and familiar with it. So these are the parameters which I think one has to consider while doing the adaptation.
Sure. And lastly, apart from, I would say, the massive star power that Ajay Devgn brings to Rudra, what else was something unique that Ajay, as a person, actor, businessman, everything, got to this show? Something very unique to him that he brought to this show.
Surrendering to the character. That's what he does. He melts into the character and he becomes that. Then he doesn't remain Ajay Devgn.
Right.
He doesn't, the kind of image he has, Singham, So he's not that. He's very different because he understood the rhythm of this character, and he, even like the way you will see the original show and the way Luther is and the way Rudra is very different. You will forget Luther. You'll not even think about Luther. You'll think it's a different show altogether. And it is actually in many, many, many ways. It's a very different show, a very different character. And the way he surrendered to Rudra and he got that, he internalizes the whole character and he projects from there. So that's what he brings on table, and that's what he's portrayed Rudra in this show.
Sure. Well, that's a wrap from me. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys
Thanks,
had
Atul.
fun
Thank
and
you.
good luck
Thank
for
you.
everything in the
Thank
future.
you so much.